Well, we've got the Duramax back in the house. Looks like they put us a K&N filter in there and re-plumbed some of our garbage that we had going on. Looks pretty good. Oh, and some tight springs. Well, anyway, it all shuts over there now. They built a custom cowl induction hood for it. I guess you would call it cowl induction. Don't look too bad. Still got the transmission issue. I'm gonna try to deal with that some today. We connect some wires and things down there. Try to bypass that transmission control module. Looks like he's got his gauge cluster put in there really nice. Yeah, that looks good. Real good. His headlight switch mounted. Be a nice truck when it's all finished. We're going to try to get all the headlights and stuff run on it. Yeah, that looks really good, that gauge cluster. I'm trying to get you a better picture of it, but man, yeah, came out really nice. Really nice. This is the brake control, the analog brake control module harness. So this plugs into the brake control module. And these little spirally wires here that you see, that's the, from what I understand, communication wires between the modules. So those do not have a module to go into and complete a circuit and come back around. So we got to figure out how to bypass this, and then it should work. In other words, we got to just loop the communication back around. I'm not 100% sure how to do that yet, but we're going to try to figure it out. This is what my scanner is doing, hooked to the ALDL tan and black and the tan. Down here where the brown and black and the brown, the positive and negative, where they come together, I don't have that same signal up and down as I did at the diagnostic connector up there. So nothing here once I splice those together. Okay. I am on the braided wires, black and tan, going up to the body control module, and that's what it is doing. Doing the same exact thing at the brake control module port. I've got the transmission unplugged. I've got 3 sets of braids coming and going from it, and none of those have the same signal as the diagnostic connector. All right, we've got the Duramax finally shifting into gear at least. A couple of the data communication lines were not looped because of the brake control module being unplugged, and then the fuel heater being unplugged. The data from the ECM routes through those, and with those being unplugged, it wasn't completing its circuit. So took us a while to figure that out. We had the help of a local shop, a good friend there that actually steered us in the right direction. So we haven't test driven it down the road yet to see if it shifts through its gears, but I believe it will. So we're going to put it on the lift at this point and go up back under the vehicle and get some of the underneath of the truck tidied up before we give it a good test drive. Duramax, what is this, 71? 71 Duramax swap C10 first test drive. And they did a really nice job on that console, not console, but cluster. I hope this thing shifts. Oh, I just felt it. Tow haul, come on. Oh man, this thing's smooth, man. Sounds like it may have just blew a hose off of it. Turbo hose. One of those hoses. That's what it sounded like. All of a sudden I hear it whistling. Well, at least we know it's shifting. So I think what happened is we just blew a turbo. Yeah, it's a lot louder now. Yeah. Still though, I mean, it's pretty smooth feeling. Yeah, it's
still in a limp mode. It don't have all the power that it should.
Well, we can run a scanner on it again and see what all codes it's throwing now. Test drive is it blew, just like I said, it blew a turbo hose loose here, and this connector here doesn't have any ribs to hold that on, so I'm going to pull that off and put a few spot welds around it to keep that from happening again. Alright, Duramax swap test drive take 2. Something is this. It's alright, we'll figure it out. Alright, apparently it's going into some kind of a limp mode or something, but at least we got the transmission shifted. You know, it might not hurt to take it down the
drive side.
Yeah, I mean, just to maybe to the end of West C and back, you know. Actually steers pretty easy, don't it? did a scan when we got back, and it said that the mass airflow was having some bad readings, so found that we forgot to put a clamp on that hose, and now the check engine light's staying off, so let's see what she'll do now. Feel like it's there?
It's a little more heavy.
Did you put it on the floor already?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, she might just have to play out. Still.
It's almost like it's fuel.
Well, I mean, it did say it had low fuel pressure at the fuel rail. Okay, so I pulled the fuel filters out of this Duramax to try to hopefully figure out our low power problem. And yeah, I'd say that fuel filter is probably reducing the engine power by reducing the fuel line pressure. That's pretty nasty. Also, here's the other filter here. You can't really see inside of it, but it had some nasty come out of it as well. So we'll get those replaced and see what happens, see if the power improves any. Well, we've got the fuel filters on there and got it all bled out and got it cranked back up, but it's still in a low power mode. And so I started going over all the tubing, and one thing that I found is right here, where they had this hose pulling from the intercooler, they had it clamped down right here. And you see every couple of inches there's a notch right here, and you just got a round tube with a clamp on it. It's not going to clamp through that notch, so you're going to be sucking air through here, which is somehow I would think that's going to make it probably run real lean. So that could have been a problem. I'm gonna clamp it up here and here. Really, probably right there would be good enough, because this is suction, this is not pressure. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna clamp it there. There's no way it should come off. All right, test drive number 39. We'll see. We think we may have it. Not sure. Oh yeah, blew a hose. Full power there though. Seems to be all there.
It don't even spin as bad as I thought it would.
I bet this thing would do 200 mile an hour if it stay on the ground.
The gear feels good.
Right.
You know.
That's what I'm thinking, Scott. Well, there again, the mass airflow code did not come back.
Brakes are hard.
Right. Grief, man. I'd hate to see if you had a little more road. You'd have to let me out.
Smell brakes.
Yeah. This thing didn't get a new proportioning valve, did it? No. I know these things.
Brakes feel different. Something happened.
Okay. They're probably getting overheated then. They might be dragging.
Metal. It may have.
It might have had something in it then. Might have had some trash. All right, now I'm gonna have to get out and at least film you do a little burnout down here for the conclusion of this video.
Yeah, but I don't know if it'll count with the roads being wet.
Oh, it'll count. It just sounds good. All right, I'm gonna stop. We finally got her. She's full power now. There's not enough road around this area to really show the potential of what that truck can do. It's quite scary, actually, especially with Scott behind the wheel. There you go. Hey, we appreciate y'all watching. This will be the conclusion of this Duramax build, unless, you know, something else we want to show you later. We still got the lights to fix and get working and operational, so but we just appreciate y'all watching.